Yours truly, Karceno. Let's get to it. Magic Johnson. Somebody sent me a clip. I think it was Tommy or Skilla. One of them. Shouts out to Tommy and Skilla. One of them sent me a clip, and I got to watch Magic talk about the 76ers and Ben Simmons and Kyrie and Kevin Durant. And Magic, I know he gonna speak as a Laker. You know, he can't help it. When Magic talk, he talk as a Laker. He can't help it. Magic Johnson can't help himself. Whenever he opens his mouth, it's from the mind of a Los Angeles Laker. So that's all he gonna tell you from. He's talking from that experience of being a Los Angeles Laker. That's it. Now, it's not complicated. It's no real big arithmetic type of thing. It's cut and dried. That's what he knows. He's talking from a Laker perspective. And don't forget to hit the like button, good people. And Magic is the one who was pushing the envelope and getting Lonzo Ball. This is a man that brought in Lonzo Ball and thought Lonzo was going to be this and that, and they never tried to improve him. They just got him for the media because he had a fan base. He had the biggest fan base of anybody drafted in the NBA draft. Markelle Fultz went first, and he went second. Lakers had the second pick and took Lonzo Ball because he had a Facebook show. He had all those things going for him. Magic told the truth today, but to a degree. Did he really tell you what was going on? Magic Johnson suggested that he go to the Portland Trail Blazers and that Philly should get C.J. McCollum. Did you hear when Magic said that? Tell me you heard when Magic Johnson said that. This man said the Portland Trail Blazers should take Ben Simmons. Magic said he needs a change of scenery so that he can get his confidence back, because he lost his confidence in Game 5 when they did the hack-a-bin and he was missing those free throws. That took his confidence away. He never had it to begin with, Magic. He was playing like this all season long. He didn't wait to this series. He been playing like this his entire damn career. His career is no confidence. I like to take a vote of no confidence in Ben Simmons. No confidence. He's been playing like this his entire career. No, Magic is just entertainment. I understand what he is, but he thinks too Lakerish. And we're going to get to that. Because he didn't tell y'all the real. Like this, you finna hear the real right here. Everybody today decided it was a good idea and a good day to dump on Ben Simmons. Oh, everybody. Everybody in the world was dumping on Ben Simmons. Hit the like button for that, because he needed to be dumped on. But my thing is, why did it take this game? Ben Simmons is terrible. And he's one of the reasons you lost. But you had a 20-point lead in the third quarter of game 5 with Ben Simmons on the court. You had a 20-point lead in game 5. Ben Simmons on the court. Starting the fourth quarter, you had an 18-point lead. And you give up a 40-point quarter to Atlanta? All you got to basically do is score 15, 16 points in the quarter, maybe 19, and still win the damn game. You lost an 18-point lead. You can't dump all that on Ben. That goes to Joel I'ma choke Embiid. This man was 0 for 12 in the second half. The whole second half, he was terrible in game 5. I don't think he hit a field goal. I remember watching the game. So it ain't just Ben. Joel Embiid is the man. You the star. You choked. That's what a choking is, D-Nice. Going 0 for 12 in the fourth quarter. That's choking. Missing one shot ain't a choke when you've been dominating. That's needless to say, but I just wanted to throw that out there for the LeBron apologists. He mad LeBron at home, or at Cancun, rather. You know, everybody else is common sense, but to LeBron fans, you know, this is all they got to hold on to. No, Ben looks this bad all the time. Y'all just ignore it because y'all was winning in spite of it. The problem was this. In game 6, you were up again, 16, 17 points. Atlanta came back and beat you again. Every time y'all was up, y'all blow the game. Y'all they blew 2 games, they were up by double digits. That's not all on Ben. They went to the hack of Ben late, but Joel Embiid didn't hit any field goals in that game 5 to put y'all in this mix. He wasn't the guy. You were the guy. Hit the like button, good people. Games 4 and 5, right, exactly, where they blew the lead. They almost blew game 6. Atlanta blew that. Atlanta was up. Now, Magic said Ben Simmons needs a change of scenery, and it's better for the team, and it's better for the organization. That, you know, Ben, that Rich Paul need to find him a new place to go and find him a new home. Now, here's the problem. Ben Simmons is getting $33 million next year. Joel Embiid is making 30-some million next year. Tobias Harris is making 30+ million next year. That's like almost 90% of their budget. What can they get next year? So somebody got to be moved, but who's going to pay? This dude is owed $140-some million left in his contract. Ben Simmons, that is. So you got $33 million. Who want to have $33 million on their cap for Ben Simmons? Thanks Clutch Sports for that. You want to buy something that it ain't worth nothing? Clutch Sports, baby. There you go. Rich Paul. So Magic is telling the Portland Trailblazers they need to trade him for CJ McCollum. Huh? If I'm the Portland Trailblazers, what the hell I want with Ben Simmons? That's not going to help us. How that's going to help Dame get to where the hell he want to go? And who the hell is you, Magic, to tell the Portland Trailblazers they need to go ahead and get him? Dude, we know you a Laker guy, but damn, why don't y'all take him? Since he's so damn good, Magic, he just need his confidence back. If he need to go find his confidence, Dame ain't trying to wait on somebody to find their confidence. He's trying to win right now. And you finna give him Ben Simmons? Now, the problem with Ben Simmons is a simple thing. It's all mental. He's 6'10", and you can guard him with Trae Young. You know why? Because it's mental. He don't have the mindset of a guy who's 6'10". His mindset is the size of Trae Young or smaller. He's standing out there trying to dribble high, not even trying. Being aggressive, people, does not mean I'm going to go in there and bully him and try to score. That's aggressive, but that's not always being aggressive. Sometimes being aggressive is just making a move. Being like aggressive, going to the hole like you're intending to score, but what you're doing is drawing in the defense. And it's opening up guys, and you can find guys. If that's what you want to do. But they can already comparing him to Magic Johnson and all these dudes. Magic could score. That was the difference. Magic Johnson could score. People understood that he wasn't a shooter like that early in his career, but Magic could score the basketball. If they said, man, the Lakers can't get a bucket, everybody broke, Magic could go in and score 12 points. Magic could have 15. Magic was shooting 80% from the free throw line. For a guy who can't shoot, Magic was shooting 80% from the line. Because you can't be a starting point guard in this league and you can't shoot high percentage from the free throw line. You're a liability to the team. This is what the problem Lonzo Ball had. You cannot be a 50% free throw shooter and be a starting point guard in the league. They don't do that. You can't win championships like that. They'll put you on the free throw line. But this all falls back on Ben because he's not aggressive. And they keep trying to pacify it, and we're going to ride it out with Ben. Okay, trust the process. They did. And this is what we got. Okay, we trust it. Now your star player, Joel Embiid, he don't trust it no more. Because he's like, well, damn, I need some help. Because he's not an alpha male. He's a big beta. And he was coming up short in the fourth quarters of the games, down the stretch. Coming up short. Yeah, 1 year Magic shot 90% from the free throw line. That is correct. Magic was an 80% career free throw shooter, if not higher than 80. Absolutely. Oh, we're going to get to the real problems. As I told you, people are not addressing the real issues. With the 76ers, they just all dumping on Ben Simmons because it's a hot topic. So everybody's like, oh, we could dump on Ben Simmons now? Okay, cool. Now everybody doing it. Brian Warthog, he got the authority to do it now because everybody else done did it. Might as well jump on Ben Simmons back. But it's not all Ben Simmons. Tobias Harris. Huh? Let's talk about that. Is he worth 33 million? No, he's not. He's a role player who then finessed a $33 million deal because Ben Simmons ain't worth a damn. But they paid him. Instead of paying Jimmy Butler, they paid the wrong man, which led to the firing of the general manager, who was Elton Brand, I believe, at the time. They had Elton Brand running things. If I got to switch rotations to take out my $33 million player, he's not a $33 million player. He's a swing man. And my swing man should not make $33 million in a season. His job is to swing the ball around. And then if they foul him and put him on the free throw line, you got to clap and applaud if he hits one. In the fourth quarter, field goal attempts in this series, he has not attempted a field goal in four games since game 3. So 4 games. And in those games, he never attempted more than 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. That's not an aggressive person. That is somebody who's being extremely passive, and this should not be allowed. Now, you talking about the Blazers, Magic. No, G League. Because if you in another team, what have you seen in Ben Simmons that you think that can help your team? One, he's not a popular player. His personality is dull. He's from Australia. Nobody really connects to him. They try to promote him and push him because he signed to Clutch Sports. They're the ones who's paying all these people who's writing all these fake puff pieces like, Ben had a triple-double today. He's a walking triple-double. How can you stop it? 10 assists, 11 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, who would want to give that up? Okay. Go put him on another team. But then when it comes down the stretch and you need Ben Simmons to do something to win again, big game, and they put him on the free throw line, and he missing free throws. He don't want to shoot. He don't want the ball in his hands. Where you going to be then? Because how's that helping Dame? Dame, it's like, damn, CJ should have been here. If we was going to do this, why the hell? I'd rather CJ be here. At least I know CJ going to shoot the damn ball. You give me a guy that don't want to shoot it at all. That ain't helping me. And people know your game now. So don't forget to hit the like button. So my thing is, why are people even entertaining that notion? And Stephen A. Smith, you need to be slapped in the damn face. First off, you should have been slapped when you said Donovan Mitchell was the greatest Utah Jazz player of all times already. He's only played 4 seasons, and he ain't never got out of the second damn round. Right then, your credibility is exactly what it is. You're just an online personality now. That's it. You're not a journalist anymore. You're in the entertainment field, and that's all you are. That ain't why they brought Doc there. Doc is dealing with their problem. Now, here's the situation. They lost this series due to a lot of things. Coaching, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. That big three plus coaching, and they really lost the series. They blew this series. They had the series won. They were up 25 points in one game. Then they had damn well 18-point lead in the other game. This series should have been over in 5 games. They should have beat Atlanta in 5. But Joel Embiid came up small. He was 0 for 12 in the second half. 0 for 12 when they blew that 20-something point lead. That ain't on Ben Simmons. That's on your whack ass. So you done did this in 2 seasons in a row. You turning over the ball down the stretch in the game. That's choking. When you go 0 for 12, you choking. That's what a choke is. He was tired of carrying Ben. Well, hey, you ain't the guy to get it done then. Kevin Durant played every minute of game 5 and won. Every damn minute. Then they tried to have him play every minute again in game 7. He played 53 minutes. He played the entire overtime. That's what that killed him. He thought he got it over with when he saved up all his energy to hit that game-winning shot, which he thought was the game-winning shot. That was the last shot he did because he didn't know his toe had hit the line. He put everything into that shot. It was a turnaround, reverse, fade away. That took a lot of energy, and that took everything he had in his body to get that off, and it was bottoms. Bottoms. And in overtime, he didn't have anything left. He didn't have nothing left. He gave everything he had. Dog, he played every minute. You cannot, as a coach, you cannot do that. And now we're going to go across the pond. But before we go across the pond, let's now get to the coaching. I want to get that out the way. Because I want everybody just dumping it all on Ben. And that ain't it. Everybody deserves this loss in Philly. Now, let's get to the coaching. Now, a lot of y'all say they brought Doc in so that he can take care of the young bull, Ben Simmons. Wrong. They wanted James Harden. Doc was all cool with James coming over there. This was not Doc's show. This was Daryl Morey's show. The owner did not want to pull the trigger because Ben was having post-emotional situations, and plus they were borderline with the James situation. So the owner decided not to pull the plug on it. Daryl Morey had just got in there. So they were getting ready to pull this deal off to bring in James Harden because he's unhappy and bring him over there. So Houston was like really reluctant to letting James go there at first when they wanted to do the deal. They were still trying to keep James. So Houston was the ones that were reluctant, not Philly. Then they was like, okay, Philly, we want Ben Simmons, or we want to have something else. So they had some other stipulations of trades and all of this. So it was on the table, but they were just baiting because they would rather him go to Brooklyn. And they really didn't want to do that, but they were like, fine. Brooklyn's going to give us a lot more than Philly. Philly was like, we cool, we'll just keep Ben Simmons. Doc had nothing to do with it. Doc was coaching. He's not GMing anymore. So now Doc doesn't have any of his pieces there. Only thing that Doc had that he brought in was basically Seth Curry. Seth Curry was the only guy Doc really brought in. And he had a couple of the young guys that I think he got on the bench. But Doc has to see what he got first because he's been playing with what's already there. Tobias Harris is already there. Joel's already there. Ben's already there. He's inherited this team. Now, when they played in the playoffs, Doc's problem is everybody can see he don't make in-game adjustments. And that killed him. He did not take Ben Simmons out of the game. But more than that, he didn't see that Joel Embiid is not that guy. You got to have another guy to come in and take the pressure off him. Now, he also see that Maxey can come in as a rookie, is light years better than Ben Simmons, and he should have been in the game controlling the ball down the stretch and not Ben Simmons. Maxey should have been in that game. You need winners in the game. Maxey played like a winner. So you need a guy like that on the court controlling the ball, especially down the stretch. I don't give a damn about Ben Simmons' confidence. It could be in the toilet. I won't give a damn. If you playing like crap, you ain't going to be on my game. You ain't going to be on my court. I can't have you down there in winning time. Now, if you want to be in the game in winning time, you got to show me in 3 quarters you ready to be on the game in winning time. I don't care how much you make. That's what Doc should have been. But Doc is over there dealing with training wheels on with Ben Simmons because he's told to do that with Ben Simmons. So here's the deal. Now that that's done, we go on to the end court adjustments. Tobias Harris, when the pressure was on, he was starting to choke. He was forcing shots. But he was the one taking the shots because he felt like, man, I got to help out. Instead of trusting the offense, moving the ball around. Guys weren't doing that. They weren't being aggressive. They were settling for jump shots. Joel was settling for that set shot 3. He was confused on, should I put the ball down, go down there and shoot this little short fadeaway, or should I just shoot this set shot 3? Now, he did have a knee injury, okay? How much of that injury played into it, I don't know as the game went on, but it seems like to me it was the pressure of the game. It's because it was close. He didn't know how to close the deal. So to me, and when people keep talking about Joel Embiid, he could play in the old days. No, he wouldn't. Joel Embiid would not be able to play with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars or Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robertsons. He's not a center. He's just a big forward. Now, he could play with his back to the basket. He has a nice soft touch, but that's not going to work on a real big man. That works in today's league. That ain't going to work in yesterday's league. Big men then could all move their feet. They could stay with you. You had to have a move. You had to have a jump hook. You had to have a left hand off the glass. You had to be able to throw a pump fake in, a step through. You had to have moves at the 5 position. You wasn't just going to come in there the way they can come in now. So Joel Embiid got to decide. You want to be a champion? You want to dominate? You need to learn this little jump hook from here. You need to learn how to throw the left off the glass. You got to learn how to do all these things as a big man. Be a big man. Stop shooting that little fadeaway jump shot. You helping them out. Ice traded game. Ice traded game. Shouts out to Nate McMillan. He outcoached Doc. He outcoached rings around Doc. Because you know what he did? When Bogdanovich got hurt, he got as much minutes out of him as he could. And he said, you know what, son? You gave us all you can. Have a seat. And the Herter came in. And Ice Trey didn't have it going. They went to Herter. The plays went to Herter. They didn't say, keep forcing it up, Ice Trey. Keep forcing it. One of them will go. No, work, trust the ball, be aggressive. Don't let them off the hook by shooting jumpers all the time. Take advantage of the mismatch. Doc didn't make an adjustment. They kept taking advantage of the mismatch. And the mismatch was right there the entire night. They saw the mismatch and took advantage of it all night long. They said, oh, this mismatch is still here. We finna take advantage of this all night. Seth Curry is playing too low on Herter. Herter, I watched him in the NCAA tournament with Maryland. I saw what he did there. He did the same damn thing he did last night. He's offense, offense, offense. And when that's going and he's hitting that mid-range, Doc decided, oh, we're going to go offense, defense. I'm going to take him out. Come on. Come on, son-in-law. Come on, son-in-law. And you snatched him out. Doc waited too late to try to make adjustments. He did, but he did it too late. You should have had Seth Curry guarding Trae Young and had Ben Simmons, as he's your best defender, guarding Herter instead of having Ben on Trae Young. They were just using Trae as the assist setup man. That's all he was going to do. Then, when he wasn't on him, he could pull up. Trae was going to shoot from 30 feet anyway. So what you going to do then? Right. Herter got fouled shooting a three. It was a 1-point game. The Philly guy slapped him in the back of the head. That was the game. But he was a young guy. He shouldn't even been in there in that situation. But Doc had to make an adjustment to throw him in the Lions' den at that time because they had to go offense, defense. And he took Seth Curry out when he really should have just changed up his matchups. So, yeah, Nate McMillan outcoached him tremendously. Because once they made that adjustment, that's when Trae went to work. And then he shot a three from deep. And that was ball game. Now we go over the river. Now we going over the river. And now it's time to talk about Brooklyn. So what Magic and Stephen A was talking about today was a bunch of nonsense today. A bunch of nonsense. They keep talking about everything. Like he trying to blame Steve Nash. Everybody, let's give you the whole real reason this game went down the tubes. Steve Nash has been Steve Nash since the beginning of the season. We knew Steve Nash did not have the ability to be the head coach. He doesn't have the experience. They wanted to blame Steve Nash being the coach on Kyrie and Kevin Durant. They ain't give a damn who the coach was going to be. They didn't say, man, we want this guy. That's a lie. They didn't say we want Steve Nash. Y'all brought Steve Nash to the table. Sean Mark said, hey, we thinking about getting Steve Nash to be the coach. You know, Nash, Kevin Durant from Golden State. And he's like, oh, yeah, I got a good relationship with Steve. Yes, Kevin Durant said, hey, man, Steve's going to be our coach. Steve's good. He was our shooting coach. I was working with him in Golden State. Yeah, no, he just vouched like, yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, I like Steve. Because Steve was a player. Two-time MVP player, high caliber player. Normally those people don't make good coaches. So all they did was what was they supposed to do? Oppose and say, hey man, we want Phil Jackson. We want broke knee Phil up in here. Michael, Scotty, set up triangle. Kevin, set up triangle over there. Yeah. Kyrie, yeah, do your thing and set up triangle. Go have a seat. Let's get broke foot Phil, broke knee Phil out there. Are you crazy? Mark, 3-hour speech, Jackson. I want to say, man, I want to say God bless all of you. And as the Lord prayers come down raining on your head, I want you guys to all go out there and have faith. I want you to go out there and post up and mama, there goes that man. That's what they gonna say. When Jericho came home, hey, time up. Oh, wait, we got to go over the play. No. Let's get into the real, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Jesus Christ, none of y'all hit the like button? What's going on here? Y'all need me to say that? I need some flashing in the background that says hit the like button. Like. 800 people here and y'all ain't hitting the like button. I ain't even say hit the super chat up. None. I ain't say hit my Cash App up, which is Karceno. I didn't say any of that. I'm just going and y'all ain't hitting the like button at all. And I only say that because they use that as an excuse to say, well, people really didn't like your video. They were just there. We're looking at the analytics. So help them dumb bastards at the analytics place, please, and hit the like button for them. So they can know that you're real people and we didn't pay to have any traffic come through, as if I would ever pay for something like that. And I'm like, I'm cheap. I was negotiating with this stripper. Like, I wouldn't pay all that. Now, all right, it'd be killing me. People like these other dudes, they be paying for traffic, paying for people to do their things, and then got the nerve to act like it's all them. Like, they jealous because I got like 2 million people following me. You bought. You're paying for like 600,000 views. You idiot. What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with them? Like it's them. Kwame done hit 300,000 in a month. Nobody paying for nothing. Paying for nothing. He just picked up his phone and started talking. I picked up my phone, started talking. My truth behind, I had the fan blowing on the computer. It was so old. Didn't need to have no music and all this old garbage going on. People just want to hear the truth. They tired of being lied to. That's how the whole thing started with me. I heard the Nas and Jay-Z thing, and I said, that ain't the truth. That ain't what happened at all. And I told the people what happened, and they was like blown away. When I saw about Nas and Jay-Z, they was, I have never heard that before, but somehow that sounds right. Because I'm like, the real people know. And Jay and Nas can lie all they want. That's all they've been doing was lying. This had nothing to do with, someone's baby mother. Had everything to do with her. What do you mean? And then some. You've been jealous of him for a long time. Now let's get to Brooklyn. Let's get back to the sauce. Now that we getting the like button situation back together, let's get back to the sauce. What's up, Mr. Bailey? Joseph Bailey in the house. And Uncle Frank. Now, I watched Stephen A. Smith. The doggone Muppet he looked like one of the doggone Muppets. Muppet face Stephen A. Smith. Talking about he don't know why Spanish girls don't like him. I don't know why. They just don't find me attractive. I don't know why. Because you look like a damn Muppet. They don't know if you real or somebody got a hand up your back. Damn Muppet. So anyway, damn Muppet Man. Muppet Man decided to blame Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant for Steve Nash being the coach. Try to dump it on KD and Kyrie. You guys, you lost. Kyrie, Kevin Durant, James Harden, you lost. You wanted Steve Nash. Steve Marks brought him up there, but you vouched for him. You didn't put up no argument. This guy had no coaching experience. This guy comes on in. You guys didn't even oppose. No. Yeah, this is all your fault. No, bro. You better turn to Joe Harris. One. Steve Nash, one. Yes, he made a coaching mistake. And a lot of it is on Steve Nash. But Steve Nash is a grown-ass man. It ain't Kevin Durant's fault that Steve Nash is the head coach. But it's funny to me how they selected him. But when the coaches and LeBron lose in the finals and everything, and he had Tyronn Lue and he had all these people, I don't remember not one of y'all coming over and saying, well, LeBron picked a coach. So, LeBron, this is your fault. You picked the coach. They picked the coach. LeBron ain't got how many coaches fired? Because he didn't want to be with him. LeBron been picking his coaches for years. They didn't say a word. For years, LeBron's been doing that. They didn't say a word. They never blame LeBron when they lose the finals. They never blame, they go right to the coach. He just ain't getting it done. It was Mike Brown's fault they didn't win at first. Remember, Mike Brown is inexperienced. Mike Brown's the reason. They didn't say, well, LeBron James wanted Mike Brown. He wanted Paul Silas gone. It was Paul Silas. He got to go. He needs a modern coach. Paul Silas too old. They didn't say, well, LeBron wanted him, Paul Silas to remain. No, LeBron wanted him to go. Now, let's get to the gist of it. Steve Nash played Kevin Durant 48 minutes in Game 5. Right? He played 53 minutes, every minute of the game in Game 7. Every minute. But the game went to overtime. So the 48 minutes turned into 53 minutes. And the 53 minutes killed him. In game 6, he played damn near every minute. And 3 consecutive games, you can't do that. He was completely gassed. We knew that. Kevin Durant ain't gonna shoot an air ball at the end because he can't. He's tired. He was dead tired. He had nothing left. He put everything in that last shot to win it. He was like, either we win it or we don't. And he hit that shot. He did not realize an inch of his toes was touching the line. And that was the difference between overtime and winning the game. So he was inches away from sending them to the next round. And they act like, oh, he was a failure. Are you kidding me? That's stupid LeBron fans. But they follow LeBron, so being stupid goes hand in hand. So you can understand that. Now, I mean, I don't even know how they could talk when they got in the same season quit 2 games in a row. He packed his bags up with 5 minutes to go in the game. I'm packing my bags up. I'm out. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Gary February, thank you. Packed his bags up and said, I'm out. 5 minutes, left his team out there on the floor. Then just quit in the next game, just walking all slow. Game 6. Then I ain't gonna even make a video about it. I'm just gonna talk about Jalen Ramsey, bitch ass, right now. Hey, Jalen Ramsey, I saw your little post that you put talking about all I'm gonna say is LeBron James used to run through the East. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say is this. What was there when he was running through it? He never had to do nothing like this. Did LeBron run through the West when he got there? No, he did not. He didn't even make the playoffs his first year. It's Kevin Durant's first time on the East. And the East is the best it's been in years. They actually been whooping on the West. So it ain't the same East LeBron been playing when they was the only super team just wiping through a bunch of just mediocre teams. So yeah, he was gonna run through there. What was there to challenge him? Jalen Ramsey. How about this? Why don't you try running through something? When your team gonna run through something? I remember Tom Brady running through you in Jacksonville. Reason why you ain't there no more. So keep your mouths closed and worry about your sport. He ain't right. He's a chump. LeBron, what happened? He been in LA 3 years. Last year was pandemic. He came in and won a pandemic bubble. He didn't really run through the West. You played a bunch of out of shape players. And most of the players who was sitting down and went in there, y'all ain't play the best teams in the West when they was at their strength. Now everybody at their strength, you going in the first round to Phoenix. No big 3 over there. So bye-bye, Bron. Enjoy Cancun. Now, let's talk about what really happened. Why did Brooklyn lose? Average Joe Harris proved he's a regular season player. Kevin Durant needed help, and the other guys weren't there to help him out. And the only reason they lost is because of injuries. They knew Steve Kerr can't coach. He was put in a situation where he had to coach. That was the problem. They knew he couldn't coach going down there. So when it came to a situation where he had to coach now, he was going to make mistakes. You ain't got Claxton in there. You're not playing him. You're not playing Brown the way you should. You got to trust your guys. You're playing that Phoenix Suns, Dan Tony dumbass system of we're just going to run and gun 7, 8 guys on the court, burn them all out at all ends, and it's going to fail in the playoffs every time. They lost due injuries. I betted on that because I was predicting that this was going to happen. I said either 1 or 2 will be down and there'll be a 1 guy standing. I didn't know who it would be, but it'll be one of the big 3 remaining. And that's all it was. And that one was Kevin Durant. James Harden had playing on one leg out there. He was not James Harden of old. So people can dress it up how they want. If Kyrie didn't injure himself, the Milwaukee Bucks would have been going home. So this is not an excuse. It is fact. If Kyrie Irving was playing, if James Harden was playing, if Kevin Durant was playing and they were all healthy, oh my God, the Bucks would be at home right now. So let's stop all the BS. Okay? Let's get real. Steve Kerr can't coach. We knew that before this series started. We knew it before the season started. He can't coach. He's not qualified. Once guys got hurt, which I predicted because they were playing too damn hard in the first round of the playoffs, I said, man, they're going to be burnt out. By the time they play the second round, they're going to have to play the Bucks. So now I'm thinking 2 of these guys going to go down from injury. And then it's going to be one of them guys standing. I said it. I knocked right on this glass. It happened. I'm sad it did because I'd rather to see the game play out and see what happened. But I bet on it. And I hit because of the injuries. That's the only way Milwaukee was going to beat them. So everybody hee ha ha and all this aha they lost. Let's see what happens next year. Let's see what happens next year. Because James is coming back. Kyrie's coming back. And Durant's coming back. Now, they gonna run this again. But now it's gonna be entirely different. Because now you done had your first wave at it. Now you see what's out there. Now you know what you need to do. Okay, you said they're not going to win next year. Next year, I got Brooklyn in the NBA Finals. If Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie come back, next year the Brooklyn Nets will be in the NBA Finals. You're hearing it right now. With the same damn coach. All they got to do, injury is the only thing that will stop that team from going. Injuries. But I think they'll be a little smarter next year. See, this year was a little different because they started the season on a short season saying, okay, we finna go ahead and do this on a short turnaround. Kevin Durant, this is his first time coming back from the injury for being out for 2 years. So he was still getting his footing. Then he had another injury to his thigh, which put him out another 10 games. So he had a thigh injury coming back on his other leg. So Kevin Durant's legs was taking a beating. So now, next season, You got to see Kevin Durant beat Kevin Durant when it was playoff time. If it sound like excuses, bro, that's because you don't know no better. You don't know the sport. It's not excuses at all. I'm not making excuses. I actually predicted that they would lose. I'm telling you why they lost. Man, my basketball days are over. I have no intentions of playing basketball ever again. Man, I messed my foot up playing damn softball or baseball with Gavin and running the damn bases. I can't even step on a base no more. I need a physical therapist just for that now. It's all over now. I got Milwaukee Bucks playing the Clippers. What's up, Jose? Seahawks, Jose. Yep, the Clippers, man. I'm riding with them Clippers. Hopefully Kawhi can come back, but they don't want to tell people Kawhi's not coming back. Because if they tell people Kawhi is out, then they feel people ain't going to watch the game. But if there's a possibility Kawhi is going to come back, people will still pay attention to it. But I think Kawhi is done for the whole finals, whole season. Like, I think he's done. Oh, if Giannis gets his ring, I'm cool with that, as long as LeBron don't get one. That's all that matters. So when LeBron went home, that was my championship. Why am I a hater? Because I don't want to see LeBron win a championship. Why does that make me a hater? If I want to see somebody else win. Maybe you a hater of every other team in the league except for LeBron. Here's the bigger question. Why do you like LeBron? All right, we're going to get out of here, fellas, because I'll let y'all ask some questions before I get out of here. Go ahead and ask some questions. Ohio. Oh, God, I feel bad for you. Ask LeBron what he doing for Ohio. Akron got the highest eviction in state. Did LeBron tweet about that? This was before the pandemic. Oh, he gave Blaze pizzas. Here's some pizza while y'all getting evicted. Get a free Blaze pizza. Get my picture. Rich. Let me see. I want them to make sure they see the logo while I'm handing them the box. Here you go. While y'all moving y'all stuff. Here's some free pizza. Hey man, here's a slice. Sorry about your house. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you know. What have I done for Chicago? More than you will ever know. Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III, Detroit Pistons. Greatest player of all time. What are the other players that started the school? Jalen Rose. There's countless others, man. But Jalen Rose is the one I know right off the top of my head. But there's others. They created charter schools, which means they take donations only. It does not affect the taxpayers, meaning your tax money does not have to go to the school, and it doesn't belong to the state. They get to control the education and everything what's taught there. The state can't come and take over. LeBron is a state school. Basically, it's he has no control over the education or what's taught there. The taxpayers, meaning the people, have to pay for the school, including the government. And he didn't even put the money up. Nike did. LeBron just put his name on it. You guys fell for it. Congratulations. Hey, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. But it's a school. Yeah, well, it's plenty of schools out here, dog. But what are they teaching you? What are you learning at the school? If the state can take out and control what the education is being taught there, and you have no control over it, why would you want your name on it? I wouldn't want my name on something I have no control over. You still think that's a good move? That's a good look? See, I'm trying to tell you something, bro. I'm trying to get you guys to open your eyes and see the real. Y'all been following the fake for so long, y'all don't even know what y'all saying. That's Cap. B. Scott. Research it yourself. You know what I'm saying is true. Because if it was a lie, somebody would have came running in here with the proof and the links and all that stuff. You know that. It's all true. Yep, LB said they got schools teaching gay sex now. That'll be in LeBron's school. See, a charter school, they can't do that. They're basically 100% on donations. That's how the school is ran. People donate to the schools. And there's a lot of retired NBA players who have these schools. So when LeBron got his school, Jalen Rose was able to promote his school and talk about his school. Because they said, oh, LeBron is the only guy. No, he's not. And it was the first time ESPN, who never really allowed Jalen to even express anything about his school, he now had the opportunity to talk about his school, who had just had their first graduation 2 years ago. They have over an 80%, like 88% graduation rate. Very high. All of these people are going, that's graduating, are going to major universities across the world, getting real education. See, but they know you're not going to research it. They know you're only going to see the highlights and him coming up in that civil rights suit with the doggone Malcolm X glasses on. saying LeBron opened the school. Yeah, I just wanted to get something back. I had something with my name on it. My pictures are all over the school. They got a picture of me, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and me. All right. No joke. It's actually there. Narcissistic School 101. Oh man, that's funny. LeBron James Narcissistic School 101. See here, we teach you how to just love yourself. Take care of yourself. How can you gonna take care of other people if you can't take care of yourself? So here we teach you how to care about yourself. Oh yeah, the N word that was sprayed on his house during the NBA finals. That was supposedly cleaned off before any cameras, his security cameras. LeBron James lives in a house that don't have security cameras on his front gate. Please. In Brentwood at that. you know, I'm thinking that we should be above this at this day and age. That something like this could happen. I'd be like, get out of here. I don't think he stole Kobe moves at all. Devin Booker don't play like Kobe at all. That's people like that old troll looking dude, that Fraggle Rock looking guy, Chris Bouchard, looking like he been chewing on beer cans, his teeth all jacked up. No, because right now I think Devin Booker, he's playing more like Kobe. Yeah, he's playing more like Kobe now than any time in his life. I think he's tapped into the Mamba mentality right now. No, he's playing like Devin Booker, who scored 70 points before. Fraggle Rock looking. I mean, all these dudes starting to look like Muppets. They already puppets. He always say some of the dumbest things. I told you he's the worst out of all of them. Chris Bouchard is the absolute worst. Nobody would make the most craziest analogies in the world. He is truly a prisoner of the moment analyst. He's the worst. Right now, I think that Kevin Durant probably is like, I say he's about like one championship away from being better or like up there with Magic and Bird and that level. I think he needs one championship and then he'll be there. I mean, huh? What? That don't even make sense. You can't even make it make sense. I'm gonna do make it make sense. He can't. He just talks like just nonsense. He do. He looked like he probably was a former used car salesman. Man, this car gets you to work and back. If that's what you want, you got good mileage. It's gonna always provide for you. Like, let's say it gets cold real quick, the weather change. This car is built in with, it's got a lining in the inside that adjusts just for that situation. You know, that's why this car right now, the prices went up an extra $500 just for that extra coating. But think how much money that's gonna save you when it gets cold. You don't want the car breaking down on you if it's cold. Plus, just because it's you, I'm gonna throw in the extra warranty just in case it breaks down if it's cold. I'm gonna throw that in for you too if you get it today. That's him. Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd are the worst. Probably. Kendrick Perkins is like, he's like the kid that's like, he's just in the classroom talking. You don't take him serious. We know he's not a journalist. So, look, I made a letter A. Any good word, Kendrick. I love that. You just keep writing with your crayons. Okay. You just hope he don't eat the crayons. It's just you just you just happy if he don't eat a crayon. You just be like, just don't eat the crayons, man. Just keep drawing. Look, I made a C. It'd be like, all right, there you go. No one takes him seriously. Let me leave before I get myself in any more trouble. Don't forget to hit the Patreon up today because I'm finna go off in a minute. In a minute. It's coming.